Hello, 7th class. Last time we learned about valencies of the atoms. Today we will be learning about radicals. Radicals are kind of identities and that can be an atom with charges, or they may be group of atoms having some charge, and charges may be plus 1 charge, plus 2 charge, or plus 3 charge, like as it has been given in this list. We are having monovalent. If any identities of such type, they have positive charge, we call them monovalent. If they have plus 2 charge on them, we call them divalent. If they have plus 3 charge on them, we call them trivalent. Similarly, negative charge radicals are also there, and if a negative radical having minus 1 charge, we call them monovalent again, and minus 2 divalent, and minus 3 trivalent. You have to learn all these positive and negative radicals, because on the basis of this only we will be able to write the formula of the compound. As already discussed in the class, we are crisscrossing the formula to write the valency. We have learned in the class that if you want to write a formula of any of the compound, what you will be doing in that, class, when as we want, if you want to write a formula of a compound, for that we need a positive charge radical and a negative charge radical. For example, I want to form a compound sodium chloride, Na and chlorine. Sodium is having plus 1 charge, chlorine is having minus 1 charge. Now in this case, what chlorine will give its valency to sodium, and sodium in between gives the valency to chlorine. So what is being formed? NaCl. As they got 1 number, so we don't write number in that form. For example, you want to write a formula of a radical sodium, same one will use, and if you want to with carbonate, minus 2 is there. Okay, in this case sodium is having valency 1, so it will go to carbonate, and carbonate will be having valency minus 2, will come to sodium. Now the formula of this compound will be sodium carbonate Na2, because 2 has come over there, and CO3. 1 is there, so we don't write 1. For example, you want to write a formula of iron 3 plus and chlorine minus. So here also we will be crisscrossing their values, and we do 3 over here. What we got? FeCl3. So like this way we can write formula of as much as compound you want. Okay, now we are having formula, for example, of potassium sulfate. Potassium, from the list we'll get potassium is plus 1 and sulfate is SO4 minus 2. This is a divalent, negative charge positive. This is monovalent. When they react, they exchange their valencies. So the formula will be K2SO4. Learn to write formulas of different compounds by this way. After this, we are learning about periodic table. A periodic table is a table which is having generally 18 columns. And in the periodic table, 18 columns, each column is known as one group. The number of the group is mentioned over here. Group 1, this all elements belong to group 1. These all element belongs to group 2. 13th group, 14th group, 15th, 16th, 17th and 18th group. Now some of the groups are not been shown here, because they will be discussed in some higher class. Now the element in the group have common valency. For example, group number 1 is there. All the elements present in this group have valency 1, that of sodium. If you talk about element in group 2, they all have same valency, and valency of them is 2. If I am talking about 13th group, element of 13th group have same valency. All boron, aluminium, valency 3. Carbon and silicon are there. 14th group has the valency 4. And 15th group, 16th and 17th, their valencies are given. 15th valency is 3, 16th valency is 2, and 17th group, fluorine, chlorine, has valency 1. Because already we have learned that valency is the number of hydrogen atoms which can combine with them. So in group 1, 1 hydrogen can combine. In group 2, 2 hydrogens are there in the formula. In 13, 3 hydrogens are there. In 14th, 4 hydrogen. Then 3 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen, and ultimately 1 in 17th group. So what we are learning, we have to basically learn the valencies of element from 1 to 20. That is difficult. But if we see like this way in a group, we just have to learn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 groups only. And on that basis, instead of learning 20 atoms valency, now we have to learn about 8 groups valency. So learning valency has become very easy now. Second thing is that before learning and arranging the element, we have to learn about atomic number. Each and every element is being given a number, and that number we call it atomic number. We are placing elements in the periodic table in the increasing order of their atomic number, like 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like this way. All the elements are being kept in this periodic table on the basis of increasing atomic number. So children, learn about groups. Again I repeat, the column in the periodic table are known as groups. The rows in the periodic table are known as period. And this periodic table is helping us to understand, to learn the element from 1 to 20 and the valency of all these elements. So learn them and do the exercise.